The other day I presented to you pugginess, stubbornness. I'm not exactly sure how I said it the other day anymore. But today I present to you puggius interruptus. This is my belly. Love my belly. Rub my belly. Worship me. I am Kaiba. I am the bestest. He's trying to do Dollarama draws of destiny, though. You can do your destiny. But I'm not moving. And I still want belly scratches in between all the cards. Good. Aw, don't be worried. You're okay. You're okay. You got scared when I tried to do the good morning. Good morning, Magic Players, card collectors of all kinds. Welcome back to the channel. As I said, we're here to do our favorite thing on a Tuesday. Dollarama Draws of Destiny. We're going to try and do 3 packs of Dollarama over top of a beautiful pug. Assuming the beautiful pug will cooperate and stay. I will put the camera in its spot. And you will just know that there is a beautiful pug below us, worshipping us and wishing us luck as we pull our cards. I apologize with my voice being a little lower today. Multiple reasons. Don't want to scare the pug. My dad is home. And yeah, just trying to be respectful. All that good stuff. So we got 3 packs of Destiny today. We're going to just try and do this one, a quick one for you guys, because I've got to go visit my mom today and have some lunch with her, with Kaiba. It'll be a good time. And yeah, so hopefully we pull another legendary. We got one last time. Pack number 1, we'll rip into it now. And we'll see what we get. Alright, can I get on the video and not move the Kaiba? Yes. It's very challenging, but it is doable. Alright, so we need to flip that one. And it looks like we've got a hollow in there that's kind of hot, trying to sneak a peek at us. So we'll flip that too. Make sure that you guys don't see too much of it. Don't want a spoiler. I think it was like the 3rd one in, so maybe we'll put those to the back so that we get the hollow at the end for a nice surprise. We got ourselves a Tidal Terror. Whenever her Tidal Terror attacks, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control, and if you do, it can't be blocked this turn. It can also be cycled for islands. Interesting. That's a new one for me. I eventually want to build like a massive sea army deck, and that would be a very cool one to have. Inherited Envelope. This is an awesome one. The ring tempting you is just an added bonus, but the fact that you can tap this for any mana, and it only costs you 3 to get it in, is pretty solid in a multicolor deck, especially if you're going for 5 colors. Macabre Waltz. I'm not a fan of this artwork, to be honest, but I do love this card. The flavor text, all dead move to the hollow rhythm of necromancy. It's a very old school art, I'm assuming. Nope, 2015. Really? Wizards got away with that in 2015? Craziness. Look at that. It's pretty gross. So far we're pulling all bangers though. Ooh, Deadbridge Goliath. Scavenge for 4 and 2 green. It's a decent one. We'll put it mid. So top, mid, low, and we'll put lands down below so that you guys don't miss out on too much. Iridescent Blade Master. Elf Warrior 2/2. You can pay 4, and it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. I mean, if you've got an exceedingly large amount of mana, you can definitely buff this thing a bunch of times. Doesn't say it's a once per turn buff, but I'm going to mid that. Prophetic Prism, and now we get an artwork I love. It might be my favorite Prophetic Prism artwork ever. That is really cool. You get to draw a card when it comes in, and you can pay 1 to fix a mana into a different color that you need. To understand Kaladesh, one must first understand how Aether and Invention flow together through the Great Aether Cycle. Cool. Farika's Cure. Deals 2 damage to target creature and you gain 2 life for double black. That's pretty decent. I'm going to put that there. I'm eventually going to build a Judith deck, and it's just going to be all punishment cards, so that'll be great. Ancient Grudge. Destroy target artifact, and it has flashback for a green. Decent. Breaching Hippocamp. Horse Fish. That's interesting. It's a combo, a horse and a fish. When it enters the battlefield, untap another target creature you control. Ooh, nice. Double blockers. Naturalize. Destroy target artifact or enchantment for 2? Sure. That's a great instant. Fairies ban Ferris? Ferresi? I don't know. Ferris. Let's go with Ferris. Ban Centaurs. Just a 3/7 for 5. Poets speak of your unrivaled speed, the champion said to the assembled centaurs. But it is plain to see that your true strength lies in your unwavering loyalty to one another. Cool. I like it. I'm going to admit it, just because of the flavor text. Knight of the New Coalition. Vigilance, 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 blue and white knight with Vigilance. Cool. That'll be great in a Flash deck, or Flicker deck. Command Performance. Well, it doesn't have an acorn, so I can actually play it at least, but I probably won't be because I don't open attractions, I don't roll to visit attractions, I don't need stickers, and I don't need tickets. So that's going to the bottom. Our land is a Tocasia's Dig Site. That's a new one for me. Tap and add colorless, or pay 3 to tap and surveil 1. Interesting. And our holo was, you look upon the Tarrasca. You can either choose to run and hide, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you and creatures you control this turn, or gather your courage. Target creature gets +5/+5 and gains indestructible until end of turn. All creatures your opponents control able to block that creature this turn do so. Nice. Costs 5 to put into play, which is a lot. But I'm still going to top that because A, it's hollow, and B, that's pretty kick-ass for both those effects to be on a card. You can basically protect your entire board, or you can, you can protect your entire board and yourself, or you can make one creature just an unstoppable beast of a creature for a turn, which is pretty cool. Oh, I just thought of something. That goes amazingly well with the Wolverine card we just opened the other day, or yesterday. That's fantastic. Imagine giving Wolverine a +5/+5. What else did he get? +5/+5 and indestructible until end of turn, and every creature it has to block can do so. And then Wolverine says, at the beginning of each end step, if Wolverine dealt damage to another creature this turn, put +1/+1 counter on. Oh. I wonder if you can... That probably only triggers once. Damn. I was going to say, you could probably get that to trigger a whole bunch of times off of just that one card, which would be pretty cool. But I don't think you can, actually, the more I think about it. Alright, I didn't see a holo this time, so I'm not going to flick the cards around. We're just going to go through them as they come up and see what we get. Ooh, Dragon Whelp. Flying, when it pay with red and gets +1/+0 until end of turn, but if you do this 4 times or more in a turn, you have to sacrifice it at the end step. Still, pretty cool. For 4, I'll take that. I'll admit it, though. Rakdos Keyrun, always a solid one to pull. Filters for lands and gives you a creature. Ooh, old school art. Soul Shriek. Target creature gets *+0 until end of turn, where star is equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. But then you have to sacrifice it at the end step. Or at the end of turn. Cool, though. I still like that a lot. That's actually a really cool old school art card. Is that my rare? No, that's not even a rare, that's a common. How in the world is that an old school common that I've never seen before? That's amazing. You're okay, baby. Blinding Drone. 1/3 devoid. Pay colorless to tap target creature by tapping this. Decent. I only have the one Eldrazi deck, and I'm not planning to edit it, so most Eldrazi's are kind of useless to me, but that's not bad. Seek the Wilds. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal a creature or a land card, and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. For 2, that's pretty solid. That would have helped a lot last night or the other night when I was playing the scroll deck, and I got land screwed. Shadow Glider. Flying 2/2. For 3, that's okay. If you're playing soldiers, it would be better for sure, but I don't know what deck I'm going to put that in right now, so I'm going to admit it. Ogrehead Helm, to be honest, I have too many of these at this point. It's really cool, don't get me wrong, because you can sacrifice this or the equipped creature if it's dealt damage to a player, and if you do, get to discard your hand and draw 3 cards, which is kind of like, it's a decent effect if you need to get some new cards, but otherwise, it's just a... It is a May, so I mean, at least you don't have to. Waxing Moon. Transform up to 1 target werewolf you control, and then creatures you control gain trample until end of turn. Ooh, nice. I like that one. That's going in my werewolf deck for sure. Murderous Compulsion. Destroy target tapped creature. The madness cost is the same as the regular cost. That's interesting. Usually madness is a cheaper cost. I'm still going to say that's pretty good, though. I'm going to put that there. Oh, no, it's a sorcery. I'm going to put that there, actually. If it was an instant, I would put it up. Like Opt. Opt is an instant, and it's amazing. So it goes there for sure. Courier Griffin. Flying, when it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Costs 4 for a 2/3, but it's at least mid. Ooh, General's Enforcer. Legendary humans you control have indestructible. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, you create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Excuse me. That's actually really solid. I have one of those, I think, so far, so getting an extra one is nice to have. Frost Breath. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap during the controller's next untap step. Nice. Ooh, is it Guildgate? Nice. I am building a Guildgate deck eventually, and so having different artworks is fun. And ooh, we got a legendary! We got a legendary! It's one I have several copies of, but I'm still happy to pull a legendary when we do it. And I've never actually built a deck around this card, I just added 2 other decks. So it may need to actually make this a commander at some point. Maybe do a... Because it's only a rare, I could actually make this a pauper commander, which would be kind of neat. It has Menace. It's a 2/2. When it comes into play, you get to return a creature or an enchantment to your hand from the graveyard. And whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard, this thing, from the battlefield, this thing gets a +1/+1 counter and you get to scry. It's not bad. The Menace is definitely the key there, though. if you can beef that up and then swing with Menace, it means that you have to multiple block, which is pretty hard. For the people who are tuning in that are awesome and just do it because they care about me, not because they actually understand the game. Ooh, there was an extra one that was flipped over there. That's not normal. That's interesting. Alright. Last pack of Destiny. We did pull a legendary today, so the drought is not restarting. That is a positive. Slaying Fire deals 3 damage to any target. If at least 3 red mana was spent to cast the spell, it deals 4 damage instead. Nice. Veiled Serpent. Ooh, looks old, but it's probably... No, it's 2023. When an opponent... I like the artwork on it, though. When an opponent casts a spell, if this thing is an enchantment, it becomes a 4/4 serpent creature. With this creature can't attack unless defending player controls an island. And then it's no longer an enchantment. Craziness. Huh. I'm gonna admit that. That's weird. That's very weird. I'm not sure what I like about that. Whether I like that or not. Oh God, Inquisitor. Human cleric with lifelink for 4. It's a 2/2. When it dies, you get to put a white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. Decent. I'm going to admit it because of the cost. If it was 3 or less, I would definitely be putting that up top, though. Bitterblade Warrior. 2 for a 2/2. When it attacks, you can exert it. If you do, it gets +1/+0 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. Nice. Exerted means that I can't untap it during the next untap step. Which is still pretty cool, though. I might go in my Death Touch deck. I might take one of the Death Touch Elves back out of that deck and put that in instead. We'll see. Vol'dran Stinger has first strike as long as it's attacking, gets +2/+0 if you pay 2 in a red. It's not bad. Actually, you know what? It only costs 1. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid for 1. Cloud of Fairies, flying. When this thing enters the battlefield, untap up to 2 lands. Cycling 2. I like the artwork on this one, though. That one's pretty nice. Ooh. We got a rare artifact creature construct, Terror Ballista. Menace. When it attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target creature and opponent. Ooh, I like that a lot. That's definitely going up top. Kavu Primarch. 4, kicker 4, Convoke. Solid. Always good to have Convoke. Convoke means I can use my creatures to replace colored mana. If this thing is kicked, it enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. So it's a 3/3 for 4, but if you end up doing the convoking and the kicking, you can make it into a 7/7 for 4, which is pretty decent. Ooh, Chainer's Edict. Target player sacrifices a creature, it costs 7 to flash it back, but I like the full artwork. Get that on the screen for sure. That is probably going to be one of the pulls of today. Full art cards are usually worth a bit. Survivor's Medkit is a decent card. Oh, my shoulder's getting sore. I'm going to have to switch over to holding it like this. Hopefully you guys can still see decently. You can draw a card, create a food, or you get rid of somebody's rad counters and sacrifice this thing. You can only do 1 per turn, and once you've done 1, you can't do the other one kind of thing. It's an okay artifact. Book of Mazerbowl. Amass Orcs 1, Amass Orcs 2, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain menace until end of turn. It's an okay one. I have a few copies of it though, so I'm going to just put that one in mid for now. Mosscoat Goriac. 2/4 with vigilance. For 3 is Death. Ooh, Whirlwind of Denial. We got some nice artwork in this last pack. For each spell and ability your opponents control, counter it unless its controller pays 4. Nice. Inside Source. Enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white and blue detective. Target detective gets +2/+0 in vigilance. I mean, it's decent if you're actually playing detectives, but I don't do that yet. And finally, a Rubble Belt Macaw. Ooh, it's a cat. I just finished my cat deck. Pay red, discard this thing. Target attacking creature gets +3/+. Ooh, I like that. Costs 4 to put into play, but it's pretty good. The artwork's a little weird. It's like got multiple eyes or something. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be that way or it just is the way they've... The Macaw remain loyal to us in the time of strife. We don't even have to feed them. Our enemies do. I like that. Alright. We had a pretty solid draw of Destiny today, ladies and gentlemen. I can't complain about these cards. We definitely pulled some pretty solid old school stuff. We pulled some very useful things. Some full arts. We even pulled a legendary. Definitely a solid draw of Destiny. You are one lucky puggy. I should put you in front of the video more often. Much love to you all from me. You take care and